We're about to go into the psyche of a dirty player. I am fascinated with this topic right here as it was sparked once again headline news because Dillon Brooks in the game going against Donovan Mitchell found himself on the ground. Instead of like getting up like normal people and just getting to the next play, he decides to do the dirty thing and play it off like, oh my God, this is the only way to get up, by extending my arm and hitting you where the kids come from. And I'm like, what is going on? But John Brinkish, dirty players, what makes them go? What makes them tick? And why are they always so damn dirty?
Here's what I got to say is, Herbert, go to my phone really quick because I'm going to tell you this. The Detroit Pistons, they go gangster, right? And if we're going to talk about dirty players at all, we got to tell you can't, bad boys, bad Detroit Pistons, everybody type that in because you want to talk about dirty. They were filthy intentionally. When we're talking about this play, go off my phone, Herbert. When we're talking about this play about like, was this a dirty play or whatever? Dude, this is nothing. This right here is kind of a dumb play. Like, it's not dirty. It's just kind of dumb because a dirty player, Dennis Rodman, was a dirty player. Dirty, I think, by definition, equals unpredictable. You just never knew what was going to happen. Mike Tyson, dirty player. He was a dirty boy. You didn't know what he was going to do. Might bite your ear off. Might throw a low blow. Might look at you and say, you ain't going to get up when I knock you down. That's a dirty player, and it's a tactic. It's a strategy. This is just dumb.
Well, you said Mike Tyson, bite your ear off. Dillon Brooks didn't do that. All right, thankfully, you can still hear me if you're Donovan Mitchell. But you said low blow. This was a low blow. And you said that Mike Tyson's a dirty player, dirty boxer for the low blow. Hey, that's exactly what Dillon Brooks did. Why isn't he a dirty player?
Because is Dillon Brooks known for throwing low blows? Are people just standing back going, I'm petrified of Dillon Brooks like I am Dennis Rodman?
Yeah. This the same dude was about to fight Shannon Sharp, what, a week or two ago? Like, his name.
Listen, maybe this is, listen, here's the problem. Yes,
what?
You, between the two of us, I am the elder statesman. So maybe this is just the crusty side of me coming out because I'm like, nobody's dirtier than the Detroit Bad Boys. And everything in the modern day just doesn't compare. So maybe that's my bias.
Right. I get that. But you know what? You're the old man saying get off your lawn. But now it's time to look. I'm about to show you that this dude's dirty, man. And I don't think in this example explicitly you would just label him a dirty player. But he's just a habitual line stepper. He always does this in some other form or fashion. I give you examples. So it's the same guy that, you know, when you're getting up, he got his foot in the way or act like, oh, I was going to take that step. But that's the step to trip you. Since you steal something, doesn't make you a thief. But if you keep stealing, you're a damn thief, right? He keeps doing stuff like this. It's not one-offs. It's connected to a whole list of other issues he's done and other things he's done. And I wasn't a dirty player, duh. But I did some dirty things before, and never was I ever thought of or flirted with the label of being a dirty player. But if I were at the bottom of a pile, no lie, I've done this, and I'm tackling the running back, and I'm getting up off the ground, I am doing what I used to call the gut grab. I put my hand on his stomach like, oh, I need you to help me get up. And then meanwhile, I'm using my talons and I'm just digging into his damn stomach and I'm twisting and turning. And he's like, Wiley. And I'm like, who? And I'm getting up off of that. And as I'm getting up off of that, my cleat somehow accidentally just scuffs him, just scrapes his shin, just steps on his fingers. I didn't know those were fingers. Actually, I did. And the point is, I did that on occasion, and that didn't even rise to the reputation level of one Dillon Brooks. So if I'm getting away with that, and that's dirty, let's be real, but I'm not a dirty player, this dude's already been accused of being a dirty player, And then he gets up. John, imagine you and I doing the show side by side in the same room. And then on the way, I'm like, man, I need to get some water, John. You know what? And then you're like, hey, bro, what you doing? Like, the water's over there. I need to get some water, I said. I am thirsty. I am not happy. Like, that's dirty, bro.
I'm tired of talking about Dillon. I want to hear from you. What's the dirtiest thing you witnessed out on the NFL field, whether it was in the bottom of a pile or something? What's the dirtiest, filthiest? I can't believe he did that.
Okay, the one that sticks out, I wasn't on the actual field, but this one takes the cake. I think everyone was at home watching. It felt like a Monday night game. And it must have been Denver versus San Fran. And Bill Romanowski
Oh, boy.
spit
Dirty.
on J.J. Stokes. And they had those good cameras out, those Monday Night Football cameras. And you saw that noogie hit the air, travel through dense fog, it looked like. It was just like, oh, JJ, duck, yeah. And that thing hit my boy JJ Stokes, and I just lost it. I've never felt more disgusted about the game of football than that moment right there.
Wow. And you want to know what Romanowski's response was when they're like, did you do that? He's like, yeah.
Bring it on.
Care. He's like, yeah. And they're like, do you realize how disgusting that is? Yeah. Next. Let's go. And he's like, you see me spit? He's like, just wait till you see me next game. That guy was a terror. And that's what I'm talking about. It's a tactic. It's unpredictable. No one saw that coming except Romanowski.
Except Romanowski. Oh, man. I would still be fighting. There will be unnecessary roughness penalties for 4 straight quarters. If you spit, you can actually curse me out, talk about my mama who's passed away. You can say anything about my wife, my kids. I don't give a damn. You don't know them like that. But if you spit on me, oh, well, you're going to get to know me, brother. We're going to get into this until the hell freezes over, man. Oh.